Hello there, and welcome to Nintendo and other gaming news for 7/24/2017, July 24th. Here are some stories I thought would be great to mention. Links in description as always. The first story I want to go over comes from NintendoEverything.com. Basically, this article states that Nintendo invested 527 million United States dollars last fiscal year for research and development. In that same time, Nintendo brought in 5 billion with the B as in Bravo in revenue, not profits. This means that Nintendo spent approximately 10% on research and development last fiscal year. Which is weird because I would have thought that they invested that money a little. Maybe I'm thinking that it would have been the year before last, just because the Switch came out already. So most of the R&D should have been done by October of last year. That's when they had to start manufacturing the thing to sell it. So that just goes to show you that if they spent that much money last year, that means that the year before they probably spent the same amount because they were researching and developing the Nintendo Switch. All right, so that's a lot of money. Next article. This next article comes from RollingStone.com. So the game Rayman Legends Definitive Edition will be coming out on September 12th. How does this article know this? Did an insider send a cryptic message? Did an unknown Reddit user predict this and is believed because she has predicted correctly in the past? No. Somebody messed up at Nintendo and you could see the date on the eShop. And not only that, but you could actually download the demo if you were quick enough. Unfortunately, this did not happen in the US eShop. This article doesn't state where, but it just states that not in the USA. So I don't know how credible that source is. Alright, next article. Our next article is from IGN. So Phil Spencer, that guy from Xbox. So he said that they have the pre-order method, I guess the website and the quantity already set aside and the whole procedure to do a pre-order for the Xbox One X console. And they will let us know when you can start pre-ordering it. Basically, they just need to push a button or click a button on the screen and pre-orders can begin, right? So that's good to know. That means that they're on schedule. They're waiting for people to. Well, I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe they just don't want to pre-order it so soon, right? Remember that this console will launch on November 7th, and I'm really excited to see how it sells. I will not be buying one, not because I don't think it's a good console, not because I hate Xbox, not because I love Nintendo. It's just simply it's too much money. $500. My wife will not like that, and I just spent $400 building my gaming PC. And it's a low entry, and I'm pretty sure that Xbox One X is a little bit more powerful than my gaming PC, or maybe a lot more powerful. I don't know, but regardless, I'm not gonna buy it. If I do buy an Xbox, it will probably be next year or in 2 years. So I might not ever buy another console. I don't know. I might just stick with PC gaming. I don't know. Alright, so the last article I want to cover comes from VentureBeat.com. So they state that the PlayStation 4 outsold both the Xbox and Nintendo Switch in June 2017 in the USA. Is Nintendo doomed? Well, maybe. But not because people don't want to buy it, their Nintendo Switch. It's because it's hard to keep up with demand. Luckily, I got my Switch on launch day. It wasn't until 2 months later when I saw it in stock at my local Target. I actually saw 3 that day. I came back the next day and they were all gone. Then, like a month later, I saw another 2 in stock. And then actually, and I remember that time, I came back couple hours later, that same day actually. I came back the same day to that same Target just for the Switch, nothing else. I didn't go buy anything. And they were gone. So at least they're not impossible to find. It is hard to get one, but they are out there, and with a little bit of luck and timing it right with stores, you could probably pick one up for the $300. They're not price gouging. They're still selling them on Amazon and eBay, I think, but they're selling them for like $400. don't buy it from them. Just wait and get it from an actual store. Alright, so the last item I want to cover is the Nintendo voice chat app. Just a disclaimer, I can't use it because I don't have Splatoon 2. That game didn't really interest me that much, honestly. It looks okay. It looks fun. I did play it in the what they call it, in the whatever, the pre-fire or something a couple of weeks ago. So I did play it a little bit, and it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. The connection issues were kind of eh. They were there. There were a lot of connection issues, but so I figured, oh, okay, well, that's just because they're test firing it. Obviously, there's going to be some bugs in there, and they're going to fix it. That's why they're doing this, right? So I didn't expect to be perfect that time, even though I do expect I have high. I set a bar high for games from Nintendo, but anyway. And then I was watching somebody stream on Twitch the Splatoon game on their Switch, and they kept on getting disconnected. And I thought I still think maybe it's because a lot of people are trying to play it, so the servers are getting overwhelmed. I don't know, but the connections issues are still there, so that sucks. But anyway, back to the voice chat app. So I've been watching some videos. I've been reading some articles that you can find really easily. Just search Nintendo Switch voice chat app or something like that, and you'll find it. All right, so let's go over the top complaints I've heard or read about that app here. So let's go. 1. Before we go over the complaints, let's go over one quick fact. So let's go over the app right now. So to voice chat while playing Splatoon 2 with other players, you need to use the app on your phone. So it's not built into the Switch, basically. So you need to download this other app from your Apple Store or whatever they call it, the iTunes Store, App Store, whatever, or the Android Store and Google Play Store, and you can use that to voice chat. Okay, so let's read some of the complaints I've heard or read about this app. 1. The app cannot run in the background. You must have this app running to be able to use it. And it obviously has to be running, but it also has to be front and center. So you know how with other apps you can kind of, with an iPhone, you double tap the home screen and then you kind of see like the assembly of apps, and then you can go back to another app like texting, Facebook, and any other apps you might use. So you can go back and forth, right? And Facebook will not log you out. It will not disconnect. It will not do anything. It'll go back to where you were. Sometimes if you don't use Facebook in a while, like a couple hours or a couple days, it'll kind of refresh to the most recent posts. But that's a separate point. Okay, so it has to be running and front and center. If you access another app, you are kicked out of your chat room and have to reconnect. That's 1. 2. The phone screen must be on to use the app. That means that it will kill your phone battery. If your phone's display turns off or you are kicked out of your chat room and have to reconnect. And this sucks because I've heard and read that if you get a phone call and you try to answer that, then you get disconnected. If you want to respond to a text or go use another app really fast and come back, you get disconnected. So that sucks. 3. There is no real easy way to get the sound from the game and chat that's coming from your phone into your ears with headsets. You can do it, and I've seen people do it, but it's cumbersome, to say the least. So there are 2 scenarios. Either you are at home and hear the game through the TV speaker or the Switch speakers, and you put your phone on speaker, or you need to get a joint. It's like the opposite of a splitter, and it's not that kind of a joint, but at this point that might help. If you're into that. I'm not, but if you're into that, go ahead and grab one, I guess. So you need to get like a joining switch, kind of like a joining hub to connect the Switch and phone to that little thing, and then you connect your headset to that little hub or little connection, whatever you want to call it. Or another way is to connect one pair of earphones to your cell phone, one pair of earphones to your Switch, and then basically just pull one of each pair and put them into one ear. So you'll have like headphones, but earphones, for that go inside your earbud, inside your ear. You grab one from each pair and put them in your ears, and that's gonna be really annoying. And then you have cables flopping around. That's another way you could solve that problem. Either way, you're gonna look kind of stupid doing it, honestly. And I do have a solution, and I am not defending Nintendo. I am not justifying their crappy voice chat. There is no defense for this, but I will say this. Most people that have a smartphone and a Switch probably have access to a second phone and a second modern smartphone at that. Now hear me out. If you acted fast, you were able to get to pre-order your Switch. If you pre-ordered the Switch, chances are you are not really hurting for money. Now I know some of you people probably saved since the Wii U bombed it back in 2013 or whenever you thought that went down the drain. You've been saving money, but most people I think that pre-ordered the Switch had the disposable income to do so. And a lot of these people, and I'm one of them, change phones once a year or once every 2 years, which is usually the contracts, every 2 years for cell phone companies. That's how you do it. You change your phone every 2 years. So I recommend use your deactivated phone for this chat and only this chat. The sorry thing is that phone probably has a lesser battery life. It's not connected, so you can't chat in public. And now, if you're going to Starbucks or somewhere else, an airport that has Wi-Fi, now you have to carry 3 devices instead of 2, which is what you're gonna carry anyway, the Switch and your phone. Now, I know this solution is also stupid, and if you do what I'm saying, you will look stupid. But that's the best thing to do right now if you want to voice chat with Nintendo players, basically. You can't really voice chat either way because you have to take your phone out and deal with 86,000 cables with your third phone, so now you have 3 devices sitting on your lap. And if you're in public in a small place like a train or a bus, that limited space is going to make it difficult, and you're going to drop something and something's going to break. So I know what I'm saying sounds stupid, but it sounds stupid or impractical, and yes, I agree, but that is the only thing I see that you could do. And for stupid problems that shouldn't exist, we get solutions which are just as absurd that also should not exist. But I mean, what can we do? Nintendo's back in 1997, I think, not 2017. Well, I was alive back in 1997, and I do remember it, and that was fun. But what can you do? Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Please comment and tell me what you think. Ask questions. I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.